'Cause we're all in this now, but our dreams can come true. Sustain our sound, GRCB needs you. All in this now, but our dreams can come true. Sustain our sound, GRCB needs you. Sustain our sound, make it loud. Help us keep up the fight. GRCB alright. Help us keep up the fight.
Stop.
Hey Girls Rock Campaign Boston, I'm Ashley, I'm a volunteer at GRCB, and today, if you couldn't read that sign, I'm going to be talking about music and mindfulness. So I've been practicing mindfulness for about 5 years now. I started during a pretty rough time personally, and it really helped me out. I've been practicing on and off since then, usually in times of great stress like we're in right now. So I wanted to bring this concept to the organization and just to people in general, because I think it might be able to help during these really tough times that we're all going through. So what is mindfulness exactly? Mindfulness is basically just present moment awareness, or being in the moment. You can practice this in many different ways. Think about it throughout the day, how like a lot of times maybe you're doing stuff around the house or you're at work and you don't even realize you're doing something. So like, for example, like a lot of times when I'm in the shower, we all have like a lot of shower thoughts, right? And I'll be like, you know, did I just wash that arm? I don't even know, because I'm not even paying attention because I'm thinking about the past or the future, and just not focusing on the moment. So mindfulness really helps that. So how can we apply that to music, basically? And I think that it's really important right now, since a lot of the outlets that we've all kind of had in terms of music, like going to shows or even just gathering in groups and listening to music, dancing, going to clubs or festivals, or just hanging out and putting on, you know, music. A lot of that's been taken away right now. So I wanted to find a way to reconnect with the music that I love and, you know, share that. I think it's a really unique time right now because we've all had to slow down. And usually a lot of times, like, I commute a lot for work, so I'm listening to music in the car, listening to it on a crowded bus, trying to listen to the new Fiona Apple album and, you know, cleaning my toilet, you know, just doing other things. So it's been a good time to be able to just really slow down and sit and just really listen to the music. And so yeah, so let's get into it basically. So how do you practice mindfulness with music? One of the first things that I thought of doing is setting up your own music space. So if you don't currently have one, I would suggest really thinking about how you set something up. And I'll show you an example of mine, which I'm sitting in front of, but I think it's just a way to really show like your personality, and how, you know, your own inner experience can be reflected outward. So if you don't have one, it's okay. I would suggest just watching the video and then getting ideas ideas. If you do have one, would love to see them. If you want to hashtag the GRCB quarantine, you could do that, or you could use another hashtag that I thought of, hashtag music and mindfulness. And really you could show us, you know, what you have, you know, in your space, whether you're in a tiny room like me, or you have a house or an apartment, you're able to have it in a common space. That's awesome. But hopefully through this video you can just get some perspective on how you connect to that space, you know, and what it really means to you. Does each piece that you have, or each avenue you have for expressing yourself, does it have, what does it mean to you? And really take a moment to reconnect with that. So yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is just go over how to create a space that you can be comfortable in, just listening to music, you know, which we all have in common, right? So let's see. First off, I would say you want to get a device that plays music. So I have a turntable here because I'm really into vinyl, and have a lot of records, have a stereo that I got when I was 19 at Costco for wicked cheap, and it still works perfectly. It's really nice sound. Whether you have an iPod, do they still make iPods? iPhones? Anyway, to like a stereo, Alexa, people are still into CDs and cassettes. If you have something that plays that, again, record players, whatever platform it is that makes sense for you and that you personally connect with. That's the first step, is having a sweet pair of speakers, something that amplifies the sound. You're also going to want a comfortable space to sit. Right now I'm sitting on this chair, which is not the most comfortable thing, but it works for the video. Normally I'd be in my bed with like a blanket over me listening to music. But yeah, you definitely want to find a comfortable space to be able to relax and not be uncomfortable. But a lot of times I just like also stand up and, you know, feel my feet on the floor. You can put headphones on. I got headphones over here. Yeah. Also, something that you might want to think of is like what kind of lighting you want. Right now I need the good lighting, but I really need the good lighting for this. But normally I'd probably be in the dark, or like a lot of times I light a candle. I've got this really nice sea salt and vanilla candle that I usually light up when I listen to Carole King's Tapestry, to be quite honest, because it's very soothing. But if I'm going to listen to something like Sonic Youth, I'm going to go for some incense, some really like earthy scents. This is cedar incense. It smells really good. So you've got some smells. I know that right now we can't be going to venues, and I miss the smell of just like beer and sweat, which is weird, but that to me is one of the happiest things that I could smell, because it makes me think of live music. Unfortunately, I reached out to Yankee Candle. They don't make a beer and sweat candle right now. They don't make it at a venue, so it is what it is. So we'll have to deal with sea salt and vanilla. What else? So we've got lighting. You could do like a nice mood lighting, Christmas lights, whatever just helps you feel really comfortable in your space and ready to listen mindfully to music. That's what we're going for here, and just make it, I'm showing you mine right now and things that work for me, but always do what you feel is most comfortable. So you can have, you know, I know taste is kind of a big thing for, you know, music too. Like, I remember I went to Bonnaroo Music Festival in 2013, and they had this amazing lemonade there. So like a lot of times, like I'll just like pop on like the Beatles because I saw Paul McCartney there, and we'll like drink lemonade, and it'll just like take me back. But like it's like those visceral experiences that I feel like we're really missing right now. It's, you know, just listen to music when you go to a concert. You're getting the smells, you're getting the sights, you're getting the sounds. So that's what we're trying to recreate here, is like getting in touch, like a whole body experience with the music that we listen to. All right, so what else do I have here? Yeah, you want to decorate with more than just, you know, music. I mean, I collect vinyls because it's, you know, artwork in itself, and I like displaying them. I got one up there. I mean, I love cover art. A lot of times cover art is artwork, you know. And I got some books there. I've got like zines that are really personal to me that I've collected over the years. I'm just a huge fan of music, so I have like a lot of concert posters that I get from shows, like a lot of merch you can display. You know, obviously your own instruments. My guitars are everywhere, but yeah. And actually, I would like to highlight this piece that I'm going to bring down, which is actually a fan art from my father when he was 16. It's the Jethro Tull icon with lyrics from his favorite song, and he gave me this last year when he was cleaning out like my childhood home, and it was like one of the most beautiful things to like get this, because as you can see, I do the same things. You know, I love to draw like what I hear, and really connect with this lyrics. And you know, even if it's not something that I really listen to, I don't really listen to a lot of Jethro Tull, but just like the sentiment of like how people react to music and how they feel, I can always relate to. So yeah, so really just like really think about what you want to express and what parts of your personality you want to share. All right, so I think we pretty much got our space down. That's crooked, I'll fix that later. So now that we're in our space and we've got that set up and comfortable, we got our lighting, you want to pause the video at any time, get all that set up, take your time, come back to it when you want. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this. This is just literally your own comfortability, but it's, again, it's just a way. It's not just auditory processing, that sweet, sweet sound. It's everything, you know, and it's the feelings too, which we'll get into that. So now's the time where you actually listen to music and not just my voice. So let's see here. So the first thing you want to do is pick what you want to listen to. A lot of people, I think, maybe in my generation, like millennials and stuff, we listen to a lot of, I listen to a lot of songs, just straight up, like I had, like, it was all digital by then. I didn't really listen to a lot of full albums. I would download them on LimeWire, if anyone remembers that platform. And you know, the little bar would be going, and it would be like 5 minutes left to download, and then, you know, I'd be like, okay, I can pop in some pizza rolls and come back, and then like it would say like 15 hours next, and it would be like, well, now my pizza rolls are burning, and then it would be like 6 hours, and then it would be like 5 minutes, and it would be like 13. Anyway, it was always so unreliable, and then you'd get this like really like fuzzy, like just grainy, terrible like demo of like a Fall Out Boy song. Anyway, this is just my experience. But what I'm trying to say is, if you prefer to listen to playlists, definitely do that. Get creative with it. Or if you want to listen to full albums, that's cool too. I've been listening to full albums more lately because I collect vinyl. So when you're listening, don't just try to really listen. That's the mindfulness part of it. When we're listening, we want to really just focus on the sound. So try not to let thoughts creep in of like, what do I have to do later? And, I let the past drag me down, so this is just a way to really like get out of your head, which not letting thoughts tangle up, it's a therapy in a way, music. I know I've said that like my religion is music to people. I've said therapy is music. I have had meditative experiences in a very crowded venue that reeks of beer and sweat. And it's made me feel more alive than anything. So when you're really listening to it, really just listen to like the specific sounds. What instruments can you hear? Are there certain songs that you never really paid attention to that you can find something that you really love about them now? Even in your favorite songs, what new things can you find by just really listening? I think there's so much, especially in really good music or certain types of music, there's a lot of things that you have to really pay attention to here. I know I'm a big like vocals person, so that's the first thing I always notice. But like the other day I was listening to a song on this album. This is Alligator by The National, and I was listening to a song and I was like, man, these drums are so sick, and I had never really like paid much attention to it before. So I think just really like sitting down, being comfortable, and not having to think about anything but just listening. And like, what are you feeling? What's being stirred up in you while you're listening to these things? What songs trigger certain emotions? It doesn't have to be, you're listening to Cat Stevens and Kumbaya and stuff like that. I mean, I can listen to some of the angstiest, saddest music and feel the most alive and the most just like therapeutic for me. So maybe you want to listen to songs that help you figure out your sadness. Maybe you want to listen to songs that help you feel a certain time period again. Maybe you want to and if you're someone who listens to a lot of fellow albums, maybe try to do the opposite. Maybe like try to make more playlists and try to pick songs that have a certain meaning. Maybe they're from a certain time period. Like I've been doing like songs I listened to when I was 16, songs I was listening to when I was 17. Or if you're someone that's traditionally a playlist person, try listening to full albums. What's the theme of the album? A lot of albums are concept albums. How does one song flow into the other? A lot of times I do is in an A-side or a B-side album. I kind of rank the songs and see which ones compete which side wins. This is a B-side album, by the way. Fantastic. So what else? That you can do on the subject of making playlists is that you can do the soundtrack to your life, which is something that I did in like a group therapy program, and I'll read it to you, and it's something that you can do. Imagine if your life was a movie. You're the star, your friends, family, and whoever else are supporting roles, and the music is meaningful to the situations that you and only you have gone through. For this activity, what I want you to do is think hard about your past, your present, your future. What songs bring up positive memories? Which ones helped you get through hard times? Which lyrics really speak to you? What's your anthem, your theme song? What exactly would be on the soundtrack to your life? Fill out this playlist and give your reasoning for each on the back. Feel free to draw a cover in the blank space provided. So I just thought this was such a cool activity for such a music lover too. And you just pick certain songs. A lot of times I picked like lyrics that specifically spoke to me. Like I picked I'm on Fire by Bruce Springsteen because sometimes I get like in that state of, emotional upheaval, and it feels like my brain's on fire. But I also picked Take It Easy by the Eagles, because that's like a mantra that I want to live by, is just like, don't let your wheels drive you crazy, just take it easy. Yeah, I just quoted the Eagles in this. My dad would be very proud. So yeah, that's pretty much a way that you can just really connect to the music. So if you want to pause this video and do that, pick a song, really listen to it. A good idea would be to journal too. Maybe journal how the song makes you feel, or the album, the connection to it. And this is all solitary activity too, but there's ways that we can bring other people into this too, like through virtual programming that we're all doing right now. What I would suggest is maybe having like a listening party. I know that the Jeff Rosenstock, his new album just came out, and when it came out, me and a couple friends had a little Zoom listening party, and that was really fun. And sharing maybe like the things, that soundtrack to your life, or journaling, or sharing your music space. Again, sharing it with GRCB community members, sharing your experience of doing this exercise of reconnecting with music and making your space the practice of just listening, not letting thoughts creep in, and seeing how it makes you feel, and discovering new things about the music would be a really great thing to share with other people and spread that message. One other thing that I wanted to do real quickly is just a quick 5-minute visualization meditation, which just a certain type of meditation. You don't need to really do anything. You just need a comfortable spot. Like I said before, whatever's most comfortable. If you want to throw a blanket on, you want to be cross-legged on the floor. I'm going to stay in this chair. I would say probably don't stand for this, because it's better with your eyes closed. Alright, so we're going to start getting into our comfortable position. You want to close your eyes. Actually, we'll start with first just like a soft focus on a point, any point in your vision. Soft focus. Just start breathing deeply. Whether you feel it in your stomach, feel it in your chest, whatever's more comfortable for you. Start to take a few deep breaths and close your eyes. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. And do this a couple more times. Each time you breathe out, relaxing into the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your body relax. Another deep breath in. And out. You can breathe normally now. Feeling it in your chest, near your diaphragm. Now I want you to picture a space. A space where you feel most comfortable. Could be a place that you've been before. A a certain venue. Could be any place that you feel most connected to music, to a community. Could be a place you've never been before, you've always wanted to go. Could be a place that you make up in your mind, with your own imagination. Take a few moments to really picture that space. Are you inside? Is it dark? Is it light? Or is it outside? Out in nature? What colors do you see? Are you there alone? With a few friends, your loved ones? Or in a crowd amongst strangers? Is there a stage or a platform? Really settle into those details. What are the sounds that are coming through? Is there a certain artist that you like that's playing? Certain instruments? Or are you the one playing to an audience? Or just by yourself? Try to hear the sounds. If there's a crowd, are they silent? Or are they singing along? What smells do you get? What other senses can you engage in this vision, in this space? What do you feel? There are parts of your body that are being stirred or engaged. Is there a certain touch or feel that you're experiencing? Is there any movement in your body, or are you still? How do you feel right now? Tap into your body. Are there any emotions or feelings that are coming up for you? Settle deeper into that space. Feel the connection to your body. I want you to start becoming aware of the space around you. Feel your feet on the floor, or your body on whatever surface it's touching. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. But keep the feeling that remains from that meditation. And you can do this in silence. You can do this with music, which I think would actually be a cool idea if you want to pick what song or songs or album to listen to while you do this. I think that's really an important thing, but I think the main thing about this is that you can have that feeling that comes through these exercises. It's always with you, you know. I know that I feel when I do something like that, just like an expansion in my chest of thinking about what I thought about, you know, and you know, you can always count on that, you know, you have these experiences and you have an imagination that can stir up a lot of feelings. And in this time where we don't have a lot of the outlets that we had, I think it's important to know that we can always have the ability to experience and call upon the emotions that are dragged up during these times in a good way. So I hope that was helpful. Again, you can do this as much as you'd like. And if you're having trouble, you know, if thoughts are coming in and you're not super focused while you're doing it, it's okay. It's a practice. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you're just trying. If thoughts start to creep in, just come back to the breath, come back to the visualization. And yeah, hopefully these exercises help. I do just want to add one more, which I'm not gonna go too much into, but I can tell you that a lot of these exercises that we've been doing, I guess are naturally sedentary, but I think another good way, honestly, to meditate is dancing. And it doesn't have to be anything professional or good, you know. You can just do it on your own, in a safe space where you feel like you can just be yourself and just feel what comes when you put on a song, and just feel the flow of it through your body and move however you want to move. there's no one watching, unless you want to do it with other people that you feel comfortable with. But dancing can be, it's hard to really stay stagnant when you're listening to really good music. So I think that dancing by yourself could be a really cool release and way to connect with the music. So I would recommend that too. And on that note, I will say thank you for watching this video. Thank you to Girls Rock Campaign Boston for letting me put this workshop on and for letting me have a platform for this idea. I hope that everyone is staying safe and staying healthy and taking care of ourselves during this time. If you have any feedback for this video, like I said, I would love to see what people make of it on their own, any experiences you had. If you want to share your own music space or your own experience with the meditation, if you have any questions, or if you want any more resources on mindfulness or just have any general comments, please reach out to GRCB, their various social media outlets or emails. And if there's any questions for me, then they can forward that on. But I hope you all enjoyed this, and I am going to practice what I preach and start dancing on my own.
Because we're all